Pebble Sonar. Unlock power stranded on the grid by making your GPUs flexible. Right now, over 100 gigawatts of power is stranded on the electrical grid. Utilities want to deliver it, but they need flexible customers who can briefly reduce their demand during peak hours. Here is the opportunity. If your data center can slow down for just 20 to 30 hours per year, that is about 2 hours per quarter, you can unlock massive amounts of additional power from the grid. Power that would otherwise take years to build. Sonar makes your GPU cluster that flexible customer. Sonar profiles every GPU workload in your cluster without modifying a single line of code. It reads power telemetry, pod metadata, and workload behavior, then uses our proprietary models and algorithms to understand each workload's sensitivity to power changes. The result is a precise map of your cluster's flexibility, exactly how much power you can temporarily give back to the grid, and for how long without breaking anything. Sonar classifies every workload into 3 categories. Flexible workloads, these are batch training jobs, data pre-processing, and offline pipelines. They can tolerate power reduction with minimal impact. Elastic workloads, these are moderate priority tasks that can flex within defined bounds. And protected workloads, your production inference, real-time serving, and latency-critical services. These are never touched, not even for a second. For each workload, Sonar discovers the exact power cap where performance starts to degrade. We call this the SLA threshold. Sonar finds it automatically using pod annotations, built-in workload profiles, or by measuring baseline performance. For workloads that opt in, Sonar can actively probe, gently stepping down power while monitoring throughput in real time. The moment performance crosses the threshold, it stops and rolls back. The result is a precise power floor for every single GPU. With every workload profiled and every threshold mapped, Sonar computes your cluster's total flexible power. This is the capacity you can safely offer to the grid. For a typical 5 megawatt GPU cluster, Sonar typically finds 500 kilowatts to 1.5 megawatts of flexible power. Power that can be curtailed for a few hours per quarter, with zero impact on protected workloads. Sonar works with your utility to register this flexible capacity. In exchange, the utility grants you additional power allocation, often within just a few months, instead of the 2 to 3 years it takes to build new infrastructure. Sonar handles the end-to-end integration. It constantly listens to the grid, monitors grid signals, and knows exactly when a curtailment event is coming. When the grid needs power back, Sonar springs into action. It looks at every running workload, knows their SLA thresholds and power caps, and orchestrates the curtailment automatically. Flexible workloads get capped first. Elastic workloads flex within their bounds. Protected workloads are completely untouched. The power meter drops. The grid gets its power back. And it all happens for just a few hours, a couple of times per quarter. If any workload's performance degrades beyond its threshold, Sonar rolls back that specific cap instantly. Safety is built into every layer. The result? You get additional megawatts of power from the grid in months instead of years. You monetize that power by running more GPU workloads. Your existing workloads are protected, and you only slow down for about 20 to 30 hours in the entire year. That is the trade. A few hours of flexibility for megawatts of new capacity. Pebble Sonar. Turn your GPU cluster into a grid-flexible asset. Visit gopebble.com.